Hello, everybody. Happy Friday evening to you all. Hello, Charles. Hello, Blake. Charles, how did you know I was here already? Did you, see me change the title of the video or something? Just curious. It is Fast Friday. Hello, Tech. Hope you're doing well. I'll give you guys just a few quick updates before we get into the Nintendo World Championship. To my knowledge, Nintendo has not Disney has not found my Magic Band Plus. My new Magic Band Plus has not yet arrived, so that's sad. It is past normal starting time by about 50 minutes. I'm running late. But you said hi, right as I sat down. How did you know that? It was kind of freaky. It's okay though. And then yeah, you saw the title change. That's what I figured. Let's see. So I think some of this I might have figured out. Well, there are bits and pieces of it, but on the Magic Band Plus Bluetooth front, I think I now know. Oh, look it. There's Nathaniel. I should use your full name in your username. Maybe I'll run through this because can I call you Nathan? Because my brain wants to do that. It reads the first part of your name and doesn't read the IEL. Is that acceptable, or is that going to get me in trouble? I'm not trying to ruin your name. I'm just trying to get my brain to work properly. So Nate. Okay, I can go with that. I can make that work in my head. Programming. There we go. So Nate here, who has magically appeared in chat as if I was going to talk about this tonight, has been Magic Band Plus hacking as well. And so I might as well go way too much detail about today, and maybe it'll help Nate out if Nate's going to hack the rest of the evening, because I'm not going to be hacking the rest of the evening. It's not what tonight's stream is. Hey, Rainbow. So I don't have any of my data in front of me. Because I'm on the wrong computer. But, well, it's Fast Friday, Rainbow, but I'm going to talk about Magic Band Plus stuff real quick. So Nate's been hacking it. Nate inspired me to rip firmware last night. And actually I didn't do it last night. I did it first thing this morning. So I did get a copy of the Magic Band's firmware update file. I'm in it tonight. Your D&D campaign got canceled. That'll do it. Could the band be at the Florida house? No, it's definitely in the park. Or was when I lost it. Thanks for redeeming Put on the Hat. You guys are just interrupting here. So, Nate, this is mostly for you because nobody else is going to care. So things we know, things I know for certain as of today. Four of the, I think are there nine characteristics, I think. Whatever the case. 4 of them are definitely the Amazon Gadget stuff. 3 of them are definitely the firmware update stuff for the Magic Band, the stuff that corresponds to the Bluetooth upgrade stuff that goes hand in hand with that processor. So that's those 3. I don't know what the other 2 are yet. Those are going to be the last ones, and I'm really kind of hoping that they're not tied to Disney. I am not as convinced as you are that it's not encrypted. And I am a little bit... You had said that the layout... well, actually, I need to start with this question. You had... The question I want to ask first is... Oh, good. I left it written down. Was your file 53.gbl? Did you get the same number? It's a curiosity. I just want to know that we are looking at the same file. Or some variation of the same file. Okay, cool. So, yeah, no, that part I'm I'm with you. I'm pretty sure that part all makes sense. Well, see, now you found something that I did not find. So I was parsing through the file, and looking at the markers that are in that file, and there are, like, following the spec, and maybe it's a different version of the spec, and maybe that was my problem. Following the spec, there's some things that had me very confused. Even right away, like the header format of with a bit marker of 8 didn't line up with any of the other formats. And we can check that they're the same. I can do that. Hold on. He says, wondering if the file is on this computer. Yeah, it's on this computer. Sorry, my brain is like ready to play video games. It's not quite ready to do this type of stuff, but that's okay. We're gonna do it anyway. You want a SHA-256? Is that what you said? Boom. That's my SHA-256. That would make the comparison easy, I guess. I'm pretty sure it's being stored on S3, so it's pretty unlikely that there's anything specific in there. The other thing that so as far as I could tell, it didn't contain any apps. It only contained the bootloader. Again, maybe I was misreading it, but that's how I was reading into the file. And then I could not get to any form of ARM, Cortex, M, whatever. My brain doesn't want to talk at all. Yeah, I don't think I was not able to get any of them to yield any form of machine code. Heck, I couldn't even pull strings out of it, and I was expecting to see a handful of strings related to I don't know what I'm trying to say. But if you found a tool that allows you to go back from a GBL back to the machine code, I did not see that tool in all of my research today. So I would love a link to that when you get a chance. Don't need it now. Not going to do it right now. But I spent way too much time. In fact, I even have, I don't even know how to say it correctly. Gaherda? I don't know. Dragon NSA software. That I've been running against it that I typically use when I'm trying to, like, bit walk and stuff like that to take these things apart, and nothing I threw at it made any sort of sense. The closest here, I'll open the closest I got something, and it meant nothing. Why am I doing this to myself? I'm supposed to be playing video games. Go ahead and analyze it again. Why not? It's not going to find anything anyway. Oh, good. It's sharing that screen. Even more important. So this is about as far as I got, and none of these, most of it's just junk. And even this stuff is junk. None of it makes any sense. And this is supposed to be for an ARM. So I don't know. It might be some machine code, but if it is, it's not a lot. And again, no strings. So, well, and that. There's an implication that it should be compressed, or it might be compressed. And I did try at one point to rip between the tags. And I had the addresses, and I don't have that file in front of me to pull that back out. But I did Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I did extract what should have been the data to the best of my knowledge. Although, again, the tagging in that file was a little bit weird versus the descriptions that I was running off of, because things were not lining up necessarily the way they were supposed to, which makes me think it is still encrypted. But if you're downloading an hex app, did I try the... Yeah, that was one of the things I tried running against it, and it didn't give me back anything that made any more sense. Again, I could have been doing it wrong. I was doing a lot of this by hand when I should have been working. And I was being constantly interrupted, and my brain hasn't been at 100% all day. So, I'm not saying give up on it. Try it. And hopefully you have better luck than I did. What I will say is that I think my biggest hope for the firmware at this point, like I'm less well, I don't know. If you manage to get anything out of the firmware, that would be amazing. That said, I think I have enough knowledge right now on the other side of things that I managed to, and I haven't gotten around to testing it because I don't have a magic band that I feel comfortable testing it with right now. But as soon as that magic band shows up on Monday right now, I will run through it. But I think I have enough that I can now start decoding the Amazon gadget stuff, because that's actually very well documented and not encrypted and really relative. Like, it, the hardest part about the whole thing is just digging the documentation out of archive.org, because it's been all pulled offline by Amazon. So, yeah, I think, like, in terms of being able to figure out how to turn the lights on, get motion, and stuff like that, I think I'm going to be able to do that without without any trouble, hopefully, with some guessing and checking. eBay turned out to be a Club 33 Magic Band. Really? You got one of the 33 ones for cheap? That's awesome. That's hilarious. I was wondering, when you sent over the file, it had a header for the 33 in it. I'm like, did he really just dump one of those? It has not yet, Grandpa Ron. So that, Nate, that's the part of the story that you may not have heard. I have magic bands. Like, there's one sitting right here. I've got two others. I've got one new in box on the shelf back there. Like, I have other ones, but the one that was mine, that was wonderful and all that fun stuff, and that, you know, I used on a daily basis and have been hacking and all of that. I lost it the last night I was in Disney. And like the last hour I was in Disney, it fell off my wrist somewhere between Peter Pan and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, probably right next to the carousel. And I tried to track it with Bluetooth, because I had all the data with me to do that, and I had the right apps to do that, and I couldn't get it. There's too much noise. Never even tried to connect to it. Like, it is marked. It's marked as lost. It's reported to Disney. I'm hoping it shows up. But I ordered. I could take the one out of the box that I have back there, but I intentionally am keeping that one in the box, especially since need them linked to my phone and to my app so that I can run commands that are in the app, if that makes sense. I did use an SSL proxy. There was another way I would have done, but it I had forgotten a cable is the short answer to that. There's a way of looking at the requests coming from the iPhone, similar to how I do the Bluetooth sniffing, and I didn't have my Lightning cable with me, so I just set up a proxy, a little MITM proxy. Has some middle way to connect, but I wasn't sure. So yeah, the app, so Rainbow, just to fill in some of the gaps before I get into the video games, the whole sniffing, the whole thing that has opened up doors in the last 2 weeks was that we suddenly got access to the ability to sniff the Bluetooth going between the Disney app and the Magic Band Plus. And the only reason we got that is because I suddenly renewed my Apple developer license and started playing around with Xcode again. So I didn't even know that that tool existed until I started playing, and that made my life way, way better. So if you remember, like 6 months ago, I was trying to set up a Bluetooth proxy with like 2 Raspberry Pis, and that did not go well. This is infinitely better. And then we grabbed data while we were in the parks last time around, which that led to the Amazon, some of the Amazon Discovery stuff, which led to realizing that the app is also using Amazon gadget stuff, which is a little interesting, because I'll mention this too, just because I've been down like 3 different roads right now, or I'm going down 3 different roads in terms of what I'm looking for. So the recordings. So how do you want the recording? So to answer that question, Nate, I have let me show you what I have. That'll be easier. We're not getting to video games at all tonight. No, we will. Don't worry. I want my music back. We are going to switch. Give me 1 second. Studio mode, computer screen, display capture. Switch this to the other screen, please. I don't have to worry about this anymore. No. You haven't derailed anything. It's where my brain has been all day anyway. Where do I keep this stuff? It's like an address. Hey, look, it's Snack Survival. That was on my brain a lot too today because of last night's conversation. Rainbow, I loosely got permission last night to try to recreate CNR, and I'm now tempted to try to do that in Godot or Godot, whichever you prefer. Just, it's a whole nother conversation. And I don't know if I'm going to do it. It just sounds like an idea. It was after Cash's raid. I sense the folder on my screen. I don't see the full hat and dress files. Raw recordings. Okay, these aren't the ones that I want though. So part of the problem is I have like 4 different computers that, depending on where I was on vacation at the time. So I have, and this is why I'm going to say some of this stuff is useful and some of this is not. So this right here is the PCAP file from in front of the ball. I wish I could tell you what I was doing, but this was all the traffic being picked up in front of the ball for, 220 seconds on a Bluetooth sniffer. Now, that may sound useful. It's not. I mean, it did yield one result. Let me see if I can find it in here because it was in here. Do do do. You know what? I don't have a good way to look for it in here because I'd have to go through and find the right. Because you get into like. Yes, but it's far easier than that, Nate. Um, do you have any of the broadcast codes working? In fact, maybe you just want me to send you this. Hold on a second. Okay. Well, so I did I not send you the Excel file? I'm pretty sure I sent the Excel file. Did I send the Excel file? Okay, so the other types of files that I have, I sent a text, but it was a text of like just all sorts of codes, right? Hold on, what did I send you? Now I got to figure that out. Where's Discord? Okay, yeah. So I sent you. Yeah. Okay. So, and if you cross-reference those, well, oh, hold on. I'll show you what I have, and then you'll see why this might not be as easy as it sounds. So, this is from Symphony of Us, and so what I did, and this is not flawless, mind you, is I took an ESP32 and I rigged it up to only listen to the light up broadcast codes. So it is filtering out everything that is not coming from not a broadcast code, right? Because otherwise I was getting all that other noise. This is not a PCAP file though. This is just Justin's format of crazy stuff. And so what you have here is a timestamp, which I wouldn't necessarily trust with my life, but it is a pretty accurate timestamp from when I started the recording, what code was sent, and what MAC address it came from. I don't know why the sequence numbers are going by 2, but these are the sequence numbers here. I don't know what's going on there. It might be that there's some other code or something. Yeah, so my hope was, and I'll show you the other thing I could probably send you. So you can see the various codes, you can see the timings, with what's going on with the show, and if you go pull up a video of Symphony of Us, you can probably like see it go hand in hand. And there's a few things that should be noted. Yeah, they're my sequence numbers, which I could go back and look at my code and figure out why it's doing that. I'm sure I have like a double increment going on or something for some reason. Probably me being silly. And I've got a few of those. Like I've got this is going to be Happily Ever After, I'm guessing, and it should be pretty much the same thing. The text file you had was basically all these codes being merged down into what codes I've seen. So I think that was like my master list of every code I've ever had. I could be wrong. Well, actually, I shouldn't say every code because I also have so like this one. I have another logger that I bring 2 loggers with me whenever I go, and this one is set up to log all traffic. So this has other things that are getting put into it, but as you can see, it generates a whole bunch of files that long story short, it gets overwhelmed, and when it gets overwhelmed, it ends up creating another file. That's what ends up happening. So these have codes, and like I'm pretty sure that these Bluetooth codes are, or maybe it's the OFs. So this right here, I think, is the code for, hey, Magic Bands, if you're out there, do something. Because if you transmit this one inside your house, if I remember correctly, you'll get this in reply, which I'm pretty sure is like a, here I am. I'm not 100% certain what these OF ones are. That I haven't figured out. Or maybe it was the OFs are the response and these CCs are something else. But at some point in time, I had it all figured out. But I'm pretty sure it's the CC03000-100 that if you send it, your magic band will ping back. It's interesting that this sequence number is not by twos, which makes me think that maybe that was an older version of the code or something. Yeah, it's a lot of guess and check trying to figure things out. The only other thing that I have, and that's the stuff for the actual wearables. Where did I save it? Let's try .NET because I feel like it was a .NET thing. VS Studio, C, VS. I think I could get into my own programs. Blah, 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 blah. All. Give me back the old start menu. Let's do Visual Studio 2022. We will get to the video games. So I did make this silly little thing. Come on. Watch it crash my stream somehow. Play. So, is Magic Band on? Let me see if it's dead. It's not the happiest Magic Band in the world, but yeah, stop blinking yellow. Just want to make sure you're responsive. Yeah, let's just see what happens. So I'm gonna hit send code. Publish status created, error success. That's a fun error code. I'm not sure it's actually on. Send code. But I don't know why it would be failing. But when it's working, you can hit the play show button and it'll synchronize the video and send the codes in sequence with that. But something's not working right now, which might mean I think it's more likely that it's the Magic Band, because the Magic Band is also not responding to my double taps, which makes me think that even though it's lighting up on me, I think it's probably dead because it's been on for the last, well, week, because I don't think we shut it off after the park. This is my son's. No, this is my wife's Magic Band. So I don't have a Magic Band that's functional, but that's what it's supposed to do. So there's, I don't know, like, when you say there's state, what do you mean? Because it does spit back a ton of data if you ask it, I don't know what I'm putting on my screen here, so bear with me, stream. If you send it, not that one, not that one, this one. Like if they're listening for BLE codes. So they're yeah, so and I know more now, but I haven't had a chance to do it yet. So here's what I would tell you in terms of first steps, and then there's going to be some walking back that needs to be done. So these two, which are the fun ones, the transmit and the RX codes, are not, well, they are there, but they are not responsive, as far as I can tell, until you engage the service UUID and the characteristic descriptor UUID. Once those two are engaged and you're paired, which that's the part of the puzzle that I haven't yet fully figured out, then you can send stuff to this one. And what I would recommend is go take get a snapshot of the packets that are sent, and because that's a whole nother thing. Yep. And you can send them packages that are like 4 packets. Well, I'm going to say 4 packets long, but that's not the right terminology. But you can send 4 specifically crafted messages, which you can clone from the app. And what I did first, and this is kind of how I worked through it, is I actually would open. In fact, I can't do it because I don't have my Magic Band. I would open the app. I would go to the Magic Band page where it starts communicating with the app, and I would let it do that. And then I would switch to my app, and I would confirm that I could send color codes. Yeah, yep. And so, and I don't know if it's as simple as replaying, because I have not yet been able to replay a sequence such that it would do the color codes without me doing the Disney app first. However, I have not done a perfect replay of all of the packets. I've only done what I thought I would need. Like, for example, I tried sending the Hawkeye thinking it would wake it up, and it didn't do the trick. I tried sending the 2 or 3 Amazon things that looked like they were legit, and it was not enough. But there were some packets that were smaller and earlier that I didn't understand what was going on, and I'm pretty certain that that's where my problem lied, and I just haven't gotten back to it since I was down that path. A lot of this was being done, either right after I got home from the park dead tired, or first thing in the morning while I was waiting for my family to get ready to go to the park. So it was a lot of, let's make some good progress, and then let's go. Or let's fall asleep. So I haven't gotten back to this either, except that all of this was stuff that, and I should add that this isn't a command. This is the response you get from sending this command. But this particular response had all sorts of stuff. And then this one is actually a built-in gadget command. I've seen that now in both of these are built-in gadget commands, but this one is, I think, what makes the alarm and timer for the Magic Band work in the first place. This is something that they use as an example in some of their gadget code for how to integrate with Alexa. So this is just a standard one. And then all of these are custom, and this is, like alarm. Yeah, so I don't know if you've done it yet, but you can pair your Magic Band to Alexa. And if you set an alarm or a timer on your Alexa, it will buzz your band. Yeah, in fact, it works. It's not disabled. Anybody can do this. I didn't know that until I started playing around with this, but if you pair your Alexa to your Amazon, it will see it as an Amazon gadget. If you pair it with your Alexa, which you have to do from the phone, and then set an alarm or a timer, it will buzz your Magic Band because it's using this built-in state listener stuff. I don't think it flashes the lights. I don't think I've ever seen it flash the lights. Just as a note. But that exists. And again, this is all native, normal standard stuff. with like if you start reading the tutorials on how to make a gadget, this is all in there. What's curious, there's two things though that are curious. So these are all custom. And I shouldn't mention there are a bunch of responses that I have not documented yet. This one is the one that, custom animation. This one is the one that seems to make it go blinky blink. However, it is a massive amount of data that is being sent, but I believe it's a JSON file of sorts, a proto file, or it's probably a proto file to be honest. Now that I know what I've read, sorry, it is. I'm almost certain it's a proto file, but it's a proto file with very custom light stuff in it, and it looks like it has frames, like it's doing frame by frame animation, using something that they called, I want to say, Animagic. I had that open somewhere. Did I save that? Let me check this before I put it on my... That might be on my other computer. You sent me a JSON file too? Maybe. No, I might be... Oh, yeah. It looked similar to these, yes. Which actually, that was what intrigued me, because this also has the frame and the animagic. If you decode the base 64 encoding on these things, it's got the animagic stuff. So I think this might be the same syntax, but this is, for what it's worth, this is drastically different. At least in some ways, there are some things that look familiar. In some ways, this is drastically different than the broadcast codes, which isn't surprising because the broadcast codes have to be short, relatively speaking. So my hope is to work my way back through it and see what I can learn about it. It's kind of interesting that there are these 14 things in what you sent me. And the question I was going to ask you after I saw this Club 33 and I never got back to it, do you have 14 special light sequences to pick from as opposed to my one for that Magic Band? Or 15, as I should say? Like, no, you don't. Do you only have one? One special sequence? Or is there... You have 3? That makes me mad. Okay. I was really hoping you'd say you'd had 15. Yeah, some of the Magic Bands don't have any. Most of them have 1. I think it's interesting that Club 33 has 3, but I was really hoping you'd say 16. I am curious then what these 16 are. So that's another good question, but it obviously has a pattern to it. Did you get a JSON file for your other Magic Band? Out of curiosity? So I don't... Were these 15 the same? But yeah, in any case, I think that's what these are, with frame markers being in here, and then some of these might be, yeah, I don't know. I want to start manipulating their bits and stuff, but not. I haven't gotten down that path yet because I haven't been able to transmit exactly what I want to transmit yet. I need a tool that'll help me out. So yeah, long story short, I'm not there yet, and I'm betting this is the icon. They seem the same just at first glance. I was wondering if you were gonna say that, but we'll have to see. So, yeah. Sorry for putting our chat on stream there. I didn't really think about that as I was looking at it. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do any more with it over the weekend. We'll see. Without having a magic band here, it's gotten harder. Like, without having one that I want to use. If I find my other one, though. Which I do wonder where it is. Like, oh, wait, it's right here. It's right here. So, I'll put this... I should get it wired up. So, there's my other magic band that I said was wired up. That's the magic band being wired to a multiplexer. Cheppy, thank you for that. And it was just reading the LEDs. Which was not the best approach to this. And now I kind of want to have Cheppy go back and get me wires attached to the memory on here, because that would be even more fun. I came this close to ordering a silicon dev kit. I didn't. I might. I would love to see if I could like transfer the firmware to a whole nother device. Because then we could start reprogramming the magic bands. Which that was what we were trying to do somewhat, Tech, right? Remember? The problem was the PWM. Remember? It became a nightmare to try to figure out what was actually going on. Ah, see? Tech was here when we had that problem. It did kind of work. But it was buggy as all get out, which is why it got ripped out of the hat. But my Bluetooth hat is back there on that guy right there, and it works remarkably well in the parks. Like the broadcast, as far as I'm concerned, the broadcast codes are defeated enough that I'm happy. Because if I wear that hat, or if I wear or if I have my daughter wear one of her light up dresses, they go with the show and they go great. Did I take a look at the personalized color group? I mean the stuff at the bottom? I think those are just the 3 colors that are... I didn't look at it specifically, but I assumed it was the 3 colors that show up in the app for the custom color at the top. Is that not... Although yours has 3, which makes me even more confused. So maybe I don't know. That does change things a little bit. Which makes me wonder now if there are 3 JSON files. I didn't even think to ask that question. No, you just have the one. Where... I didn't ask this question earlier. Where did you pull that file from? Was that from the SSL proxy being sent back to you about the status of your band? Okay. That actually does change things a little bit. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know entirely then what that is. What I was going to say though is I could imagine that query being used with other... Yeah, no, I got that. I just didn't take time. In fact, I might even still have it open. Oh, it wasn't on this computer. That was a different computer. Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of requests. When I was looking at it earlier today, I just didn't dive too deep into it. But I'm wondering if some of it isn't like, not even specific for the Magic Band. Like you're at the park, and maybe that's the sequence that plays on the Mickey. Yeah, ton of requests. So, okay, at some point I gotta start doing this. Otherwise, it'll be like 9 o'clock, and I won't have my speedruns done. But we can keep talking. I'll talk Magic Bands, Disney all night. I just have to do it while I do this. We're really big on repetitive things around here, like speedrunning every Friday night. Doing the championship every night. And tomorrow, for those of you that are lurking or listening, and tech, I apologize because it's right in the middle of your stream. Hey, look at that! We got World Rank 1! That never happens. That's not true. It happens sometimes. Tomorrow we'll be streaming early, 11:30 a.m. Central, for Minecraft Live. So, be here for that if you're interested in seeing what's happening. Sounds good. Yeah, be sure to send me that link when you get a chance, because I would absolutely love to... I haven't gone looking for their software yet, I guess is probably the best way to say it. But if it does convert it back to X, that it can be decoded back to assembly, oh, that would be amazing. Maybe next week will be programming week here. Yeah, any assembly. Like, I'd take strings at this point. If you get strings out of that JBL file, that's like 95% of the way there for what I want it for. I'm not looking to reprogram the Magic Band. Although, I did have this really, really evil thought, and I'm not this type of person, so I would never do it, but can you imagine if we got all the way to the point where you could actually patch the firmware on the Magic Band, and then we set up a beacon to auto-patch in like the middle of Main Street, USA, and so all of a sudden there's this virus spreading around the Magic Kingdom. It basically disables everybody's Magic Band. It would be horrible. Which is why I'm getting to the point where I don't want to publish some of this data. Like, it's okay that I know how it works, but which that's true. I don't know that we can sign it though. And from what I was reading, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% convinced that it's not encoded and that it's not signed. And I'm hoping Disney signed them. At minimum. Fun vacation plans. Yeah. Today in the Magic Kingdom, everyone's Magic Band started vibrating every 5 seconds. Today, it let me minimize me. I can't explain it. It's your phone. How's it going, Dark Reaper? Why are we on this screen? Okay. How many new ones we got this week? One new one? Lame. And it's one we've done like 3 times now. So you'd think I'd be good at it. I won't be. Gosh. You're personally hoping not? Evil! Evil! You want to know, out of all the things that I feel the saddest about, is that I have a feeling Disney picked this technology thinking like it's going to be around for a while and we can make a lot of use with it, and we've got this cool partnership with Amazon, and then Amazon dropped Amazon Gadgets, and now they have a device that they don't know what to do with because, oh, I didn't mention that little part of the story. There is not a ton of documentation, although it's not all that hard from the looks of it, about how to communicate with a gadget. It's all meant for Alexa to communicate with the gadget. And the data's out there, and I don't think it's going to be all that bad, but it's just curious. So Disney must have had that. If you got an Alexa, then you can sniff it out, though. That's not going to be as easy as it sounds, because I don't have direct access to the Magic Band, and I don't have direct access to an Alexa. Although, again, it might be possible. Might be. But I'm not sure it's needed, because, again, the app itself is pretending to be an Alexa for all practical purposes. That's the thing I find most curious, is that the app is implementing Alexa stuff. So I think it'll be okay in the scheme of things. That it shouldn't be too hard to figure out the communication protocol going on. However, and I will add this note too, there is at least 2 characteristics that I still have no idea what they are, and there's a chance that they are associated with the regular Magic Bands. I wanted to look that up, although I don't know that the regular Magic Bands have Bluetooth at all, but that's the only thing I could think, is that somehow maybe these things had a secondary way of being communicated with, or a third way of being communicated with. And I really wish I would have gotten a clean recording at Hollywood Studios when I brought my laptop. I really should have tried a second or a third time to do it, because I think that would have made this, would have confirmed my Amazon theory even more. Rather have a generic 2.4 that I can send you a video of. I feel like I've seen it before. I just haven't looked up I wanted to look up the characteristic ID for whatever they're using, and see if it's similar or not. But yeah, feel free to send me anything and everything. Worst case, I've already seen it. I also wanted to do a little cross-compare with the remote controls for the droids, because they're also running over Bluetooth. Hey, we got our 403 again. Yay. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, I know which one you're talking about then. They don't do anything, though. They're boring. Silly Magic Bands. You know what's going to happen, though? We're going to get it all figured out, and then Disney's going to make Magic Band 3.0. I don't remember this guy being this hard. There we go. Oh, I suppose that's true. This is V3. So, Nate, have you heard my story as to how why I'm in this? Like, why I'm playing around with this stuff? Or how I ended up where I ended up? Like, did I explain those details? Because you say don't say that, but that's exactly what happened. kind of. I guess I'm storytelling tonight while I do this. That was about it. Yeah, so I'll give you the I guess the long version of it, because I'm just completely dilly-dallying on stream. So I guess it was 2016. Oh yeah, okay. You have heard it. Yeah. So 2016, I went to Disneyland. I bought... I'll show you. I bought, see, here's my other 50th new in box. I could take, that was a big static electricity shock. It shut the camera off and everything. So yeah, I have this one on standby if I really need it. But I bought these, which were part of the Paint the Night Parade. They are infrared transmitters. You can change the color on them and transmit it. And I bought ears and a whole bunch of more chips, over time. And 50 this, did you steal mine in the park last weekend? Because that's the one I lost. But I made, I'll grab the, I left the dress on the wall, but I made this amazing little fanny pack, which features this is the circuit board out of one of the wands, and then that's wired into this circuit board that I made, which you can't see the circuitry on this side, but that's the booster circuit I was talking about. So it was taking the input from the two LEDs on the wand, boosting it, and then sending it back out over this Ethernet cable to 50 lights on the dress. That was how I connected it to the dress, because I needed a ground and 6 pins, one for each color. And this worked great at the parks. And then I could use Disney's owned wands to change the color of the dress, and Disney could control the dress like they control the ears. It worked great at Disneyland, it worked great at Animal Kingdom, worked great at Magic Kingdom, worked great at Epcot, worked great at Hollywood Studios. It was an amazing dress, and it worked great. It worked great with cool sipper cups like this that like have lights built into them with infrared too. All sorts of fun stuff. All of that worked awesomely until COVID. And then they took all the infrared transmitters out of the park. And I shouldn't say all of them, because we discovered on this most recent trip that Mr. Mickey definitely still works. And not perfectly, but he still works. And this guy's infrared too. Yep, there's still some infrared there too. But yeah, so, and I've got some hacking going on there. So when they broke my dress, that was when I took the steps to try to figure out how to do it with the Magic Bands, because the Magic Bands had LEDs too, right? So let's just do it with that. Tried to clone it the same way, didn't want to build a super large booster circuit to make it work. And then I was like, well, wait, I don't need to build a giant booster circuit. I can just, although I would have to admit, it would work flawlessly if I did, because then it would just be cloning exactly what the Magic Band is doing. But, yeah, having a chip that is Bluetooth that I can make work with anything works even better. And so I made six more dresses, and got all the codes in, and I made a new wand that sends my own codes, which is why, like, some of the code you'll see, it'll say like Justin's Bluetooth codes, because it's set up to transmit codes that are specific to the dresses because I didn't want to be sending magic band codes while I was in the park. But anyway, see you, Nate. Good conversation. Good luck hacking. And I'm sure we'll be in touch. Because apparently there are more magic band addicts out there than just me. But your ChatGPT ACV. What? What about ChatGPT? ChatGPT? Used it to improve your CV. Is your CV your resume? I don't know CV. GitHub Copilot is where it's at. I like them all. And hate them all at the same time. It's a love-hate relationship. Does GitHub Copilot do resumes? We didn't get an S with that 841, did we? We got an S with that one, though. How's it going, Ninja Weasel? Okay, we're good on those, on the first three. Exit stage right. We done this one? We have. Enter the door. I remember there being something about crash landing. It's going. It's Friday night. Gotta be a good thing, right? Oh, I can't fly when I'm big. Hey, looking forward to going to bed is like my entire day. I don't disagree, Ninja. Part of it was brought on by myself with all this packing stuff, but I burned my brain out on it. But I'm definitely getting a newfound appreciation, not packing, hacking with an H. All that stuff we were just talking about with the Bluetooth magic bands, been like on my mind constantly. But no, I'm not moving. My whole life revolves around, you know, my job, so. Okay, there's a pattern here. I don't remember what it was, though. It'd be faster to take the damage? Sometimes. I seem to remember, though, like, there's a lag issue as well. That damage I do want to take, the one at the end. It'll throw me forward. I'll try just running through it, though. Let's just... I mean, I gotta do better than that, running through it, but... It was not great. Slide. Slide to the right. Trying to figure out where I would want to slide. Do. No, see, I seem to remember... I should go back and, like, find the replay of me playing this one. Wait, does the game store that? Okay, let's try skipping the first one. That's the move I want to do on the last step. All together now. As the music plays in my head. Do. For some reason, I don't think I'm going to get to Tetris tonight. I mean, I'll get to Tetris 99, but... if I need to. Horrible. Gotta change it up somehow. Skip this guy. Eat that guy. Spit it out up here. It didn't hit the guy that I wanted it to hit. Not bad. Still need to shave a whole second off of it. Jump. Miss. Jump. Jump. Eat. Oh, I wanted to bounce. Jump. Miss. Jump. Eat. I missed the fire. Jump. Go between. Run. Eat. Jump, fire, go faster. Something I'm supposed to do with that guy. I can't run into him, obviously, but... I don't like the leg that I get either when I just jump. The leg throws everything off. Good enough for me. It's not my personal best, but it's our championship best. Okay, we got a master one now. This could take all night. And then we gotta do it against humans. Just learn the track here. I missed that. So there's a boost at the bottom. A++ on my first try, though. Not too bad. Do. Oh. No. Do. This is going to be worse than my last run. It already is worse than my last run. Gosh. So what else is new today, everybody? Anything else fun and exciting today? Ninja, are you excited for the Minecraft Live tomorrow? Are you expecting anything? Yes. Yep, there's no, there is a 11:30 a.m. Central Time right here on JJDB 210. It's my own made-up Minecraft Live. I feel like it's going to be short because now they do them all the time, right? It's going to be like every month they do a Minecraft Live. I really don't know. I don't think it's monthly, but... Okay, we got through all the challenges. Yay for us. We completed Championship 36 of 36. Our streak is still alive. Now we go to survival mode, which is not on a streak as cool as that one. Really? We gotta do that first? Fine, let's do it. So jump, land. That wasn't a great landing. That was a 1296 without doing anything. That's weird. Heading out around the time it starts. Well, we will miss you, and we will spoil all the announcements for you as soon as you get back. I think the big announcement is there's a Minecraft movie coming out in like a week and a half. Maybe it's 2 weeks. Dum dum. Okay. Ah, a good old knuckle sandwich. Let's do it. That was my best time ever. No, I think the other one was 7 seconds. That's okay, though. We got it. We got that one on our first try. What would we want, though? Like, what would we want between now and summer to be happy? Do we want another biome? Another world? Charles, thanks for clipping these things. I don't know why we don't do that more often. I feel like we should have more clips in our life. Do. Dum 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 dum. Oh, this is where I'm gonna get beat. Yep, right there. Already got beat. No, I missed the boost. Now I'm really in trouble. Can't miss the boost in this game. I still took second, though. Barely took second. I'd like more content in the end or another dimension like the Nether or the end. I don't think we're going to get that, though. More content in the end, maybe. What would be big enough, though, to really warrant playing through the game from start to finish again? Like, how do you... They need to add something that adds to endgame. At least, that's my 2 cents. I don't know what that looks like, though. I could see... Ooh, instances. They kind of added instances this last time with these dungeons. Maybe an actual instance, though? An end makeover? It's a possibility. Yay, we got it on our first try. That looks like another dimension, another material to go above netherite, and our new big boss past the dragon. I mean... Yeah, but... I don't know. I get into these thoughts all the time because I don't want the dragon to no longer be not the end, right? I mean, like the Wither is kind of like a post-dragon bad guy to some degree, but you know, he's not necessary. I could see a new big boss somewhere in the end. That would be kind of interesting. But I'd have no idea what that would look like. There's a few things I wanted to do now that we finished the Tetris, or now that we finished the Mario. I was going to do a Tetris speedrun, but it's already 8:10, and I'm kind of leaning towards not Tetris speedrun. But we're gonna check some other games. I heard that 4 new games were added to this. I just want to see what they are. And I'm wrong. There aren't 4 new games. I thought they said they added 4. Maybe I misread it. Maybe they're adding 4 next week. I don't know. See if there's anything to do in Tetris 99. On the 28th, there are 4. What were they? I saw the note in my feed somewhere that there were 4 new games, but I didn't take the time to read to find out what they were. They're probably nothing I care about, but... Wait, why am I guess I'm playing Tetris 99 now. For a moment. We'll do a round. Nothing noteworthy? Okay. I mean, I could spend the rest of the stream doing more Magic Band hacking. No. Maybe. Kind of. No. Godot. Godot. I get so energized talking about it. That's the... Oh, I'm going so slow. What is wrong with me? Let's find some speed. Somebody was telling me about a rhythm game today that I had never heard of, and then my son said he's heard of it, and I felt old. And I was going to have him show me the game after stream. I don't even know what system it's for. No, I think it's for PlayStation. And it's in the arcades, too, I'm told. What was the game? It was like, it was 2 words. I think both words were like 4 letters. And in my head, it's currently being stored as Love Vampire, but I'm pretty sure those weren't the words. And it didn't sound like a rhythm game like Dance Dance Revolution. It sounded like you push buttons. And it wasn't Necromancer. Tom Rome Champ. See, I think they said those words too at one point, but that was not the game. But I don't know that game either. It felt not to be like overly genderizing, but it sounded like a female name. And they were relating it to another game that sounded like a rock game. Which I also didn't know. And they sounded like Japanese titles, which that doesn't surprise me because a lot of the rhythm games are kind of Japanese, but I still have no idea what I was talking about. Oh wait, no, Ninja, they were no bungas. Yeah, so those no bunga ones, they were also comparing it against. That was the one I didn't know the other, but that was not the 2-letter word one that they were talking about. Was it a Miku game? Maybe? Maybe I should just get Link down here and he can tell me what game I didn't know. He would know. Maybe he's listening right now. Link, are you listening? Are you lurking on stream and can embarrass your father even more by telling me what game it is I don't even know exists in arcades? Which makes me feel even older. Like I don't go to the arcade anymore. Also, does Disney World have an arcade? It doesn't anymore. Oh, they got rid of Disney Quest. That was the arcade. I missed the arcade. In fact, they got rid of their shooting gallery too. There's no that just makes me mad. There's no arcade anymore in Disney World. What kind of world am I living in? Here, that should silence them for a minute. Probably only a minute, though. They're sending a lot of garbage. I want to T-spin that, but the combo is worth more. I feel like I'm getting nothing off of this. I'm not getting any badges, not getting anything. Like I should change. I'm gonna target KOs. New plan. Plan was working. Oh, that was the wrong move. That might also have been a bad move. Why do I keep doing silly things? Not playing this the correct way. I'm okay with that, though. Also can't go that slow. Like I'm a victim here. This is where I'm gonna die. I can't get out of it. Not a whole lot. We're just chatting about random things and trying to figure out what video game was in my head. Link, are you doing your homework? No, he wouldn't be doing that right now. Do combos send more garbage than normal? Yes. It is Friday. What kind of kid does homework on Friday? None. That's the whole point. And Tazwagi Dasher, we're just all excited for the Minecraft Live tomorrow. I guess I'll do this again. It's something to do on stream, right? We could do a 99 speedrun, I guess. Should we do that? I can't chat as much during a 99 speedrun, or not a 90, the other kind. I could play Kingdom Hearts. I could. In fact, it might even be installed on my computer. Let me check. That's Steam, right? I did buy Chrono Trigger on Steam as part of the spring sale. I have problems. What game did we... Kingdom Hearts? That's what you said? H-I-J-K... Nope, Kingdom Hearts is not in Steam, so it must be Epic? Oh, that was so good. Except it wasn't. I'm just playing bad. Nobody copy me. Who'd want to anyway? Should have put it over there. Gotta find my rhythm. Also heard Checo. It's right in front of me. What did I decide is after Spyro? I haven't decided. So, at this point, I think you're talking mostly about Monday. Because I think tomorrow we will be doing Minecraft Live at 11:30 Central. And then I think on Sunday, I'm probably, unless I'm like really, really hung up on Magic Band stuff, which is possible, I will likely, sorry, my brain just shut off. I will likely do a delayed community game night because I'm skipping community game night tomorrow night. So we'll probably do community game night on Sunday night. Play some board games, you know the routine. And then that brings us to Monday. And the options on the table are Spyro 2, Magic Band hacking, making Cheese Nips Rescue 1 in Godot, making Cheese Nips Rescue 1 in Unity, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have any others. That might be my entire list. Maybe I should target badges. Badges are where all the badges are, right? Things I do for one of those. Okay, time to play for real. I have a remarkable number of people attacking me, despite the fact I'm getting no badges. It's balancing between the two people that have the most. I'm not thrilled with that. But I want all the badges. Give them to me. See, but they have the badges, so they can counter faster than I can. So if they start attacking me, I'm in trouble. See, and now I'm in trouble. Ten players remain, and I still don't have a single badge. Not really a fan. Don't divide it. Send it all to one dude. I need badges. No, I didn't say lines. I need badges. I should T-spin that. Really should have T-spinned that. Gotta. I'm in trouble. Yeah, I can't get out of this. Never had a single badge, but I made it to 4th. Well, that was frustrating. Time is now 8, and you know what? We'll do one more. One more, and then we'll probably call it a night. I'm not gonna do a speed run tonight. No Tetris effect. No, it wasn't Penda Beats. Here, hold on a sec. I'll get the name. Uh, I might actually stand a chance. Probably not. Still not enough badges. Switch to badges. See what happens. That was a T-spin I just gave up. Oops. silly square. Oops. Come on. Got a little intense there for a little bit. Oh! I didn't have the block I thought I had. Oh, that wasn't the block I thought I had again either. This is trouble. Couldn't clear it fast enough. So you get the making lines to attack, but you don't understand the badge thing. So the badges are multipliers up to, I believe it's 2x. So I think it's, if you have one badge, you'll send 5 lines of garbage for a Tetris. Wait, yeah, I think that's right. If you have 2 badges, you'll send 6 lines. If you have 3 badges, you'll send 7 lines, and if you have 4 badges, you'll send 8. So double what it normally will do, and that applies to everything. So if you have 4 badges and you do a T-spin double, you'll send 10 damage. If you do a T-spin triple, you'll send 12 damage, I believe. If you do like 1 line, you'll do 2 lines. So if you don't have 4 badges at the end, like if you have 0 and they have 4, you are literally going to have to play twice as fast to even have a chance. You get the badges by killing other players, is the gist of it. They add up over time. So like, I only got 1 KO, or no, I got a few KOs, 2, and you get the badges of the people you KO. So not too complicated, but complicated enough, and it's the targeting gets a little confusing too, so that doesn't help anything. But I don't know. Part of me wants to go play Balatro. It's been a few days, weeks. I didn't play it while I was in Disney. So many games, so little time. Never look at this thing either. Anything in the news? Not worth it. I did see a Lego board game today that looked kind of interesting. Fortnite, Minecraft Movie Hero Pack. Look at that. You can unlock the skins from the movie. Fortnite updates in March. Yay. Mario Picross and Donkey Kong coming to the Game Boy. Already has, actually. Picross. I remember Picross being kind of fun back in the day. But I'll have to wait for the Super Nintendo, whatever it is. Well, we were going to raid Ninja Weasel Plays, but he doesn't typically stream on a Friday. So I guess we're not going to do that. Nate, thanks for hanging out early on in the stream. Good luck to everybody that's hacking Magic Bands. If you figure anything out, put it on the wiki or in the Discord. Just plugging my Switch controllers back in. By the way, if you've never seen it, it's on the side of the box. It says right there, if it focuses, works with Alexa. Okay, you can't really see it. Here, I'll pull it back. Works with Alexa. See? Should have just been paying attention to the box the whole time. But, you know, they don't really explain how it works with Alexa. They just say it does. Also, I'm just going to share this little tidbit. I don't think it'll show up on stream. I think it's interesting, especially since I think we were talking about it on stream the other day. Notice what it says under those images right there. Not for internal or subdermal use. They put that on the box. And I honestly think it's all because there's a guy there, like there's a company out there, and I think there are more than one person that has done this, that will literally turn your Magic Band into a thing you can inject into your body. So then your hand becomes your Magic Band. I think that's insane, but it is what it is. So with that, I appreciate you all. I hope you have a good rest of your Friday, a nice relaxing Friday. We'll be back here again tomorrow, 11:30 Central. I think that's like 12:30 Eastern. I think it is, biohacking is a wild world. I agree. And especially to do it for Disney's benefit. Like, that just seems silly to me. So early stream tomorrow. Be here for the Minecraft Live so we can all criticize it together in a wonderful, positive way so that we can look forward to what it is we're going to be doing on MCOT probably over the summer, because I don't imagine that I'll start playing Minecraft on Monday. Although, if they do like a huge drop tomorrow in time for the movie, like if they're making like some surprise Minecraft 2.0 drop to synchronize it with the movie, which that would generate, is there like something on my face right here? Sorry, I just saw it on camera. What is this? Weird. Yeah, the spring of Minecraft. That would be, if something like that were to happen, then I might be playing Minecraft on Monday, or whatever day they release it. So we'll see what happens, but until tomorrow, when we're all watching the Minecraft Live together, stay healthy, stay safe, and until next trip, see ya.